In the late 1990s, the world was on the cusp of a mobile revolution. Cell phones were becoming increasingly common, but they were still primarily used for voice calls. Research in Motion, or RIM, a Canadian technology company, introduced the world to the BlackBerry. The year was 1999 and the device was the BlackBerry 850. It was essentially a two-way pager with a full keyboard. It allowed users to send and receive emails and messages. The BlackBerry 850 was a hit with businesses, quickly gaining a reputation as a must-have tool for professionals. RIM continued to improve the BlackBerry, adding features such as a color screen and support for mobile internet. By the early 2000s, the BlackBerry had become synonymous with mobile email. In 2003, RIM released the BlackBerry 5810. This device was a major turning point for the company. It was the first BlackBerry to offer built-in phone functionality. The 5810's integrated phone made it a true mobile communication device.
The BlackBerry 5810, with its iconic full QWERTY keyboard, became a sensation. The physical keyboard was a key differentiator for BlackBerry. It allowed users to type quickly and accurately, which was essential for email and messaging.
The BlackBerry 5810 was a massive success, solidifying RIM's position in the smartphone market. The BlackBerry brand became synonymous with productivity, efficiency, and connectivity. By the mid-2000s, BlackBerry was on top of the world. The company controlled a significant share of the global smartphone market. In the United States, BlackBerry was the undisputed king. By 2008, BlackBerry held over 50% of the US smartphone market share. Its devices were ubiquitous, seen in the hands of everyone from Wall Street bankers to Hollywood celebrities.
BlackBerry's success was driven by a number of factors. The company had a strong brand, a loyal customer base, and a reputation for innovation. Its devices were well-designed, reliable, and easy to use. BlackBerry also benefited from a strong enterprise focus. The company's BlackBerry Enterprise Server, or BES, software allowed businesses to securely manage and control employee devices. This was a major selling point for corporations, and it helped to make BlackBerry the go-to choice for business users.
BlackBerry's dominance seemed unassailable. The company had a winning formula and it was raking in profits. However, the winds of change were blowing. In the distance, a storm was brewing that would threaten to topple BlackBerry from its throne. In 2007, BlackBerry released the BlackBerry Curve, further cementing its position in the market. The Curve was sleek, stylish, and featured a more consumer-friendly design than its predecessors. It came in a variety of colors, appealing to a wider demographic.
The Curve was a major hit, particularly among young professionals. It became a status symbol, a sign that you were successful, connected, and in the know.
The Curve's success was a testament to BlackBerry's ability to innovate and adapt to changing consumer tastes. The company was still seen as the gold standard in mobile communication. However, unknown to BlackBerry, a revolution was about to begin. A revolution that would challenge the very foundations of the mobile phone industry. Section 5, The Winds of Change, the iPhone and the Dawn of a New Era. In 2007, Apple launched the iPhone. This revolutionary device would change the world of mobile technology forever. The iPhone was unlike anything the market had ever seen.
It featured a sleek, minimalist design, a revolutionary touchscreen interface, and a powerful operating system that allowed for a level of functionality and user experience that eclipsed anything else available.
The iPhone was initially dismissed by some as a niche product, a toy for tech enthusiasts. However, it quickly became clear that Apple had created something special.
The iPhone's intuitive touchscreen interface, its app ecosystem, and its focus on multimedia and web browsing were a revelation to consumers.
At the same time, Google's Android operating system was gaining traction. Android was an open-source platform, meaning that any phone manufacturer could use it. This led to a proliferation of Android devices at various price points, further increasing the pressure on BlackBerry. Section 6. A giant falters BlackBerry's struggle to adapt. The arrival of the iPhone and the rise of Android caught BlackBerry off guard. The company was slow to react to these new threats.
BlackBerry executives initially dismissed the iPhone, believing that its lack of a physical keyboard and its focus on consumer features would limit its appeal to business users.
BlackBerry's attempts to respond to the iPhone and Android were too little, too late. The company released a number of touchscreen devices, but these devices lacked the intuitive interface and app ecosystem of the iPhone and Android.
BlackBerry's operating system, once considered cutting-edge, felt clunky and outdated compared to iOS and Android.
BlackBerry's market share began to dwindle as consumers flocked to the iPhone and Android devices. The company that had once been synonymous with mobile communication was losing its grip on the market it had helped to create. Section 7, The Fall of an Empire. BlackBerry's exit from the hardware market. Despite its best efforts, BlackBerry was unable to stem the tide. The company's market share continued to decline and its financial performance suffered. By 2016, BlackBerry's global market share had dwindled to less than 1%. The writing was on the wall.
In 2016, BlackBerry made the difficult decision to exit the hardware market. The company announced that it would no longer be designing or manufacturing its own phones. Instead, BlackBerry would focus on software and services, areas where it believed it could still compete. This marked the end of an era.
BlackBerry's fall from grace was swift and dramatic. The company that had once ruled the mobile world was now a shadow of its former self. What went wrong? How could a company that had been so innovative and successful fall so far, so fast? Section 8. BlackBerry's reinvention, embracing software and security. BlackBerry's decision to exit the hardware market was a recognition of the realities of the mobile industry. The company realized that it could not compete with the likes of Apple and Samsung in the cutthroat smartphone market. Instead, BlackBerry decided to focus on its strengths, software, and security.
BlackBerry had always been known for its secure messaging platform. The company leveraged this reputation to build a new business around software and services, particularly in the areas of enterprise mobility management and the Internet of Things. BlackBerry's software is used by businesses and governments around the world to secure their mobile devices and data.
BlackBerry's transition to a software and services company has not been without its challenges. However, the company has made significant progress. It has carved out a niche for itself in the enterprise market, and it is well positioned for growth in the rapidly expanding IoT market. Section 9. The legacy of BlackBerry lessons in innovation and adaptation. The story of BlackBerry is a cautionary tale of innovation and disruption. It is a reminder that even the most successful companies can be overtaken by new technologies and changing consumer preferences if they fail to adapt.
BlackBerry's downfall was not due to a lack of innovation. The company was responsible for many groundbreaking technologies. BlackBerry's failure was its inability to adapt to the changing landscape of the mobile industry. The company was too slow to embrace the touchscreen, too focused on its physical keyboard, and too entrenched in its enterprise roots. By the time BlackBerry realized the threat posed by the iPhone and Android, it was too late.
BlackBerry's legacy is a complex one. It is a story of both triumph and failure, of innovation and disruption. It is a reminder that the only constant in the technology industry is change, and that companies must be willing to adapt or risk being left behind. Section 10 is a conclusion, the enduring impact of BlackBerry on mobile communication. Despite its fall from grace, BlackBerry's impact on the mobile communication industry is undeniable. The company pioneered the smartphone as we know it. It made mobile email a reality, and it helped to usher in the era of mobile connectivity.
BlackBerry's legacy lives on in the devices we use today. The lessons learned from BlackBerry's journey are as relevant today as they were a decade ago. In the ever-evolving world of technology, companies must be agile, adaptable, and willing to embrace new ideas. They must be willing to cannibalize their own products and business models in order to stay ahead of the curve.
The story of BlackBerry is a reminder that no company, no matter how dominant, is immune to the forces of disruption. It is a story that continues to resonate today, offering valuable lessons for entrepreneurs, business leaders, and anyone who dares to innovate.